Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, thanks for checking it out. Sorry that the lighting is a little weird. I work with the sunlight and I don't control where the sun is. So it just happens to be over there today. So as you can tell from the title, I'm going to be doing another kind of Halloween-ish look. And I'm working off of someone else's, like I said in my last video, because I just don't really want to spend the time being very creative. I can't come up with anything and I don't have a lot of time to even do these looks, and I'm not very good at it, so you know, I'm gonna practice and come up with my own stuff. But this Halloween I'm just like looking at other people for inspiration. But her name is Leslie Eileen, I think, and I'll show her thing below. But yeah, so she did this cool black and orange look, and I've been really wanting to do a black and orange look because it's Halloween and I want to do that. And so I'm using her photo as inspiration, and I'm basically going to be copying it because, like, I don't really want to change that much. I really like the look a lot. Yeah, let's just get into it. I'm going to prep the eyelids with NYX Proof It eyeshadow base. Gotta move out of the sun. I'm going to tape down on the corner of the eye because I want to do a very exaggerated kind of line, but you know, this just makes it a lot easier, a lot cleaner. Alright, I got the tape on there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna go in with a fluffy crease brush that I have from Sephora. I'm gonna go in with the NYX Ultimate. Go into the orange shade up in the corner. I'm going to put this literally everywhere in the crease. This is like weirdly a look, like I just want to do this one day. Kind of cute? Yes? No? I think yes. Alright, now I'm going to go in with a tiny and precise crease brush and going into the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. So we're going to go into the black shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm literally going to go boop just one time and go directly into the crease. I'm going to stop. Do the same thing on the other side. Now I'm going to take a clean fluffy crease brush and I'm just going to buff the colors together just so that everything's a little smooth. Looks cute. There's a little more black on that side, so I'm just gonna go in. I'm not putting any more black on the small brush but the one I was using before, and I'm just going to sweep it there a little bit to even it out. And now I'm gonna go in with a brush I used earlier in one of my other Halloween video, and it's the Anastasia one that's double-sided that comes in her palette. So I'm gonna go back into the orange in the NYX palette, and I'm just gonna place it. And without putting anything on the crease side of this brush, just going to do a really slight buffing and shaking it off in between the two eyes. Now I think I'd like to cut the crease. Well, I'm going to use this really tiny concealer brush from e.l.f. It's really, really itty bitty. And I'm going to grab some Tarte Shape Tape. And I did a really half kind of circle look today because it reminds me of like the moon and spooky stuff. I'm gonna grab a little shader brush that I have, and I'm gonna go into the My Little Pony palette from Colourpop, and I'm going into the color Blossom, this orange reflective color. Let's just put a liner on. See how it goes. So it's an interesting take on the look. I don't think I love it, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm actually going to use a little bit less than I usually do, since I'm not going to be doing a big part of my face. Now I'm going to conceal using Tarte Shape Tape. That was a lot. You're still going to see some of my face down here. Oh, that was a lot. Oh, goodness gracious. This was probably a mistake, but I made it, and this is where we're gonna go from here. Now I'm gonna set my face using my Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder. I'm just gonna do my brows really quickly off camera. Alright, so I did my brows real quick and I sweeped the bake off my face, and I'm gonna do my regular face routine because I still want to look like cute and snatched and like not really like gross and ghostly, because that's what I look like now. So I'm gonna grab my contouring brush, and I'm using my usual Wet n Wild Megaglo contouring palette. And I'm gonna do my nose contour. Lip contour is not gonna matter because we're gonna cover up our mouths completely. A little bit of bronzer. I'm using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm gonna do my highlight, and I'm using the Wet n Wild Megaglo in Precious Petals. Oh wait, my nose doesn't matter. We're gonna cover up our nose basically. Alright, now I think we should do the lower lash line, so I'm going to grab my smudger brush. So just a tiny little shader, it's very short, great for smudging. And I'm gonna go into the black and take ever so little and really get off the excess. And then go right up next to the lash line. And now I'm gonna go in with a shader brush and go into the orange shade from the NYX Ultimate palette. And now I'm gonna grab the My Little Pony palette and go back into Blossom, a very small skinny shader. Going on the inner corner and dragging it in on the lower lash line and bringing it over the black shadow. Alright, so I did a few things with the camera. So welcome back. My camera was just dying a bunch, and so I wanted to keep going because I didn't want this look to just kind of falter, and it was going to take me a really long time, and the sun is setting, so I really had to get to filming this quickly. But what I've just been doing is that I filled in basically the entirety of the part that I want completely black. I'm not doing the whole black under here with the kind of color gradient, but for the top where I am doing the gradient between the two sets of like spikes, you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I didn't fill in my lips completely because I hate talking with the black eyeliner there, but you could kind of see what I'm doing. In between the two spikes, I'm feathering the black color down. I'm gonna kind of create the gradient effect. And I'm just gonna drag it down in some spots. This is hard to do because I have to look so far to get over on that side of my face. So like this spot where there's like a big space for the eyeshadow, I'm just pulling the black down a little further. And Also, I ended up putting on the lashes, but it keeps popping up in the corner. And I'm honestly so tired of putting this black eyeliner on. That's really why I didn't do anything down here, because all the eyeshadows I've used, I'm not too pleased with how the black is coming out. So I decided to just use my Maybelline New York Eyestudio. It's just like gel jet black liner. And it just works so well for these Halloween looks. This is just a different packing brush, and I'm going to go into the shimmery orange shade Blossom from the My Little Pony palette, because I wanted like a cute kind of sparkly look. And I was playing around on here, you could see, with different methods of how to put it on. But honestly, I just thought the best thing to do would just be to like kind of smack it on. And just kind of feather it up. And then I'll clean up the edges on the bottom one afterwards. I'm placing the orange Blossom shadow in all the bald spots of my jawline. And then I'm gonna feather them up into the black in the end. Ooh. Cute. I like that. That looks cool. Very surprised, as you can tell. I can't see super well, but just make sure you talk to people straight on so they just see the front of your face, not the sides. Just stand in a corner with like one of your better sides facing out. I was at Sephora today and I was really tempted to buy the black Rihanna, what is it, Show Up Uninvited, the lip stunner paint. I wanted to get it, but I was like, I do drugstore videos and I should keep it that way, because I know that I would only be wearing that lipstick if I wasn't doing a video. But I couldn't justify spending the money if I wasn't going to use it enough. And I was in Sephora because some of my skincare is bougie. Oh shit! Spooky bitch. You wanna know what now is the perfect time for? Boo bitch. This came out much better than I expected. I actually really like the eye look. It kind of reminds me of the Addams Family Morticia, because her eyes are like always kind of, well, I think she pulls them back. I think that's part of her thing. But the moon shape kind of makes it look like you're constantly like just looking down like Morticia. You're just being spooky up in the corner. I love this. So thank you so much to Leslie Eileen. I really love it. I really had so much fun creating it. Sorry that my camera kept cutting out. I have no idea what's filmed at this point, but I'm just gonna kind of put everything together and see what happens. But I think this is such a fun look. It took a while. It's definitely a little time intensive because of all of this going on. But this look is seriously so spooky, so fun, and I really love it. So I hope you guys had fun watching it. I hope you learned something, maybe about me, maybe about the makeup. And I had a great time hanging out with you, and thanks so much for watching. Bye guys!